Okay, it is time to make our main workout video. So we are going to jump into Video Leap and we are going to hit the plus button. The first thing that we are going to add is our thumbnail picture that we made. So we are going to do our long version first, which is this one right here, the purple one that we made. So we are going to add that into the YouTube format. That's pretty important. And so this labels our video. So we've got the label up in the left hand corner, what it is, kind of attractive thumbnail. Now we're going to put in our edited workout snapshot that we did earlier. What we cut up, and we put the motivation in there. It gives everybody an idea what is in the workout. So we are going to add that. So if we scroll up here, it was our 30-second one that we did, which should be this one right here. Gotta fix that. So we are going to select that video and we're gonna have to shrink it down to size. So we're gonna shrink it to where it fits in the YouTube format and then center it in there, maybe just a little bit more. And then we're gonna slide it over here. And then we're going to add some text just so people know that this is what is in the workout. And so I double tap on here and I just put in this workout. And then I add a little emoji finger. And I scoot this over here, shrink it up just a little because I'm going to also add, so I have this, but I need to stretch it to where it starts, and these will snap kind of, if you do it right, it'll snap to the different breaks. So it should start right after that. Okay, and so now I'm going to add my logo in there also. So we're going to hit the red plus button. We're going to scroll way up here to the top. And we're going to add the logo. And we're going to select that logo. We're going to hold down so we can put it above the video. And you want to center it right on that red line so you can find it. And the reason you do that, because if you have a really long video and you hold it up there, that's only 3 seconds. And 3 seconds in a 60-minute plus video, it'll get lost. So we're going to drag this over here to where we know it starts right there, and we're gonna shrink it down and we're gonna stick it right up there. All right, so now that should go, oops, so it only goes that far. So now we're gonna stretch it. We're just where that little arrow is, where my red line is, that little arrow, we're gonna drag that all the way to the end of the video. So if I want to speed it up, I'd shrink the timeline. So I just shrink this timeline and then we snap it to the end, and that's the end. Okay, so we have our intro right there. Now if you have already made a video, since I've already had a bunch, I just cut and paste my warm-ups in and my cool downs because they're always the same. Now if you change your warm-ups every time and your cool downs every time, then you want to skip this part. But so what we're going to do is we're going to add, so I'm just going to skip it because most of you, this is going to be your first time. So from this point right here, we want to add our raw video that we edited earlier. So we're going to click on this. We're going to scroll down to our raw video that we edited. This is our raw video that we edited. We are going to add that into our project. So now again, this video right here is cutting everything off. So we're going to shrink this up. It's pretty simple to do this. We're going to shrink it just like we did our previous little video, our 30-second video. And we're going to slide this over to the right, as far to the right as we can. We're going to center it and put it right there. Okay, now we need to add our timer. So if you're going to add a timer and your exercise text, we want to do that next. So our timer we're going to add in right here. So what you will have to do on a timer is you're going to have to go to the website. You're either going to have to make your own, or you're going to have to go to the website, find out which timer matches your workout. You're going to have to screen record it and then add it into, have it on your video and photo album so you can pull it into your video. So this one was M46 timer. So we just need to find the M46 timer. We're going to select on that. We're going to add that to the project, and it's going to take a little bit of time to add that in there. But however you make your workout, when you make your workouts in the paper format, in the written format, now you're going to add your timer in here so that it matches that. And when you work out, of course, you need it to match that also. The big thing on the timer is we need to layer it on top of our video. So we're going to select the timer, we're going to hold down and drag it up above so we can layer it on top of our raw video. So we're going to bring that up, make sure you center it somewhere on that red line so you can find it. So it will go right there. Okay, now we are going to shrink up the video. So we want the beginning of the timer to start at the end of our what's in this workout little section. So we are going to select here. We're going to drag it over. And now we are going to shrink our timer to where we can actually see our video. So right now the timer consumes the whole screen, and so we need to shrink it up to where we can see the video. So we're going to shrink it right here, and we're going to put it right there. Right, the next step, what you guys want to do is you're going to add your text. We're going to add our text. And we're going to do test, shrink that up to make sure that it is inside right below. We want to center this. See this right here? That's the center of our timer. We want to make sure it's not down here and up here. This allows us to have 2 lines of text. Now when we're doing this, I take out, once I get it centered, now I'm going to take out that second test. I'm just going to make it a single line test. And I'm going to drag this to the start. So it starts right after that. And I want to make sure, I'm going to shrink the timeline down. I want to make sure it goes all the way to the end of the video. So it needs to go all the way to the end of the timer. Okay. Next step, you guys won't do this if this is your first video. I've got to add in my warm-ups. I have saved my warm-ups somewhere in here. My warm-ups are right here. We're going to add the warm-up in. You guys are not going to do this unless it's your second video, but I just put it in there, and that way I just pop it in. It just saves a bunch of time on a daily basis if you're going to make a daily workout. This is my warm-ups. This is what it's going to look like all the way through the video. Whatever I put in here right now, if I put jab, if I put in jab, cross, kick, that is going to show all the way across. But the thing is I don't want jab, cross all the way through there where I got to select that every single time. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to change it back to test. And I'm going to scroll down at the bottom, the background, I want to make it purple. And now we're going to scroll through here, and at the end of each round, or at the end of each exercise, we're going to cut that text timeline. So right here, 3, 2, 1, we're going to cut it on 15. So make sure your timeline, your text timeline is selected, and use the split tool down below, right there, and then scroll to the end of the next exercise and split. Scroll to the end of the next exercise and split, and scroll to the end of the next exercise and split. Now we have a break, but we're still going to scroll to the end of the next exercise. And we're going to split that, and you're going to do that all the way through the video, and then you're going to go back and you're going to name it. So we know that this one is select the whole thing, jab, cross, and I put a little hyphen in there usually, kick, kick. Then I go to the next one, and I know it's lunge, sky press. So we're going to go forward, forward, lunge, sky press. Then we're going to scroll to the next one, and it looks like we got jab, cross, kick, kick, jab, cross, kick, kick. So I would scroll back here, select that. I'm going to select the whole thing. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to scroll through here, select here, select this, and then I'm just going to hit paste. And then I'm going to scroll to the next one. Oops, so I don't have any more. So this one, I'm actually going to select that. We're going to go reverse, reverse, lunge, open, arms. Okay, so now we're going to do that all the way through the video. Every text, we're just going to label every exercise all the way through. That takes a little bit of time, actually. And then once you're done, once we get to the very end, then you're going to, with your first video, you're just going to save, you're going to go all the way through the cooldown. Since I have my cooldown saved, I'm going to hit the red button, and I'm going to save my cooldown, which is right here. And that's going to add that in there. It'll take a minute. So now once that's burnt, that's in there. That's in there. The next step is just to review the video and make sure there's no mistakes, fix anything that's messed up, and then you are going to go up to the export, go to 50 frames if you like, and then you're going to hit save and let that burn. That's going to take, sometimes it takes like an hour or so, but it'll take like at least 30 minutes. And then we will upload it to YouTube.